like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall.
Good day. It is early morning Tuesday. It is raining outside, so I just thought that clip would be appropriate. How y'all doing? My name is Richard Clemens. I will be your host for the duration. This is Bipolar in Cleveland on a TNC network. So let's get right to it, 'cause that's what we do. So let me say my thoughts on men and women. Right, thinking the part like about my mother being the first person in your head, things like that. However that goes. But it's but right, and so like with my mother case, like when she called herself like an alpha female, however it goes, it's like women are, you know, uh, some of them are like what the man, like what a man could do when he don't give a fuck, or what I'm saying, they think like what's in their head, like if they were a man, like I'm just missing, if like, oh, I was a man, it'd go like this, I go like, you know what I mean, but like if you were a man, like you wouldn't act like that. Like they more like Hulk all the time, no banner. Like Ragnarok, right? Just Hulk all the time. But because I have loved women, that have said and done, the most craziest things to me ever, and it's like I've said all this before about, me and we know, what I'm saying. So I'm not trying. My point is mind stability, right? Trying to be more solutions and not just rehashing all, what we already know, right? Because that's the point. We know the answers. It's the questions, but it's because we are dealing with God, and so you have to be careful, because if you ain't careful, the young girl will look like the old hag. Oh yeah, um, like in psychology 101. It's like in the book, or it's been in other stuff, but it's like it's a picture, right? And so, however your mind is, set up to think of it, look at this picture. One way it looks like a young girl, and another way it looks like an old hag lady, right? And and then they did have this point about special people being able to see both at the same time, and I was at the time I could see both at the same time. I looked at it before again, and all I do is see the old hag. So it's like, po baby, you know what I'm saying? Like my view on women has changed, I guess. But like it's just like, but it's like mentally, like it's like real though, right? Because you know, if we're not careful, like they can appear one way or another, to men, you know. I'd be like, right, you know, I'm getting trying to talk about men, right, and like men health and men stability, mental health and things like that, like, right, y'all don't want nobody putting y'all hands on y'all, what I'm saying, but it's like never ever, never ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like the standards have to be raised on both sides. So those things are not, it doesn't even come to mind. So because we have to deal with them, they have to be discussed, right? The shit that y'all want to talk about, right? I don't want to talk about, because it don't matter if we not fixing, the foundation, of how we interact and deal with each other. So all that other stuff don't even matter, right? So I'm too old for my environment, right? To be traumatizing me. This is another point how why I talk how I talk still, like um, just in the middle of um, dealing with younger women, I'm just in the vicinity. You know what I'm saying? I got get caught up in the shit a little bit, but like for the most part, I stay out of it. But it's just being in the vicinity of the viciousness of when when they are young. You know what I'm saying? And like the shit that they do is like wow. You know what I mean? And the younger niggas don't have a clue. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is why older dudes always get, however much ever sex they probably won't. If you a certain, cause it's like, you deal with a certain amount without, all the drama. They say the love part for the other nigga, I don't know how it goes. I don't know. It's all complicated. But my point is like, I live in a vicinity with younger people, and older people, like, but they, I don't know. Don't nobody want to grow up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like a dude, dude's 10 years, 5, 10, between 5 and 10 years older than me, running around here, acting, like, you know, like all the pussy belong to them, or or like I'm still a threat. Like after all this time, like I'm still a threat. It's like, I always been a threat to niggas. Like don't leave your girl around me. A true player for real, and it don't even be me. You know what I'm saying? It be It's like right, it's God, right? It's like it's like right when they be talking about men or the devil or something like right, because I'm like I would be like Lucifer, you know what I'm saying, like God's favorite, you know what I'm saying, get kicked out of heaven because I ain't on that shit. But I'm still on their side though, like it's very interesting, but you know what I'm saying, my environment, you know what I'm saying, it affects my thinking, and like you know it and like people keep getting shot. It's like these, like I don't know if like I was like I do. I mean, I can't say nothing because I have a dear friend of mine that got shot in 1 month twice. Right, shot twice in 1 month. Shit is crazy. You know what I mean? And like I think everybody got shot that year. I think there was like 95. You know, right? I ain't, right. I did some shooting though, but whatever. Trying to fix my I brought this thing right to hold my notes up. It's all nice and clear, but it's like it doesn't have the base. The base is not like the width is not. I don't know. It tips over easily. I don't know. Or I'm too. I rush too much. All right, set it up right. So listening to the sister, right? I wrote sister at first because I didn't know, couldn't remember her name, but Masika, right, from Love and Hip Hop, one of the Love and Hip Hops, but cause I be watching these investment shows like what's this called, um, Earn Your Leisure, right? These are my two favorite dudes right now. I like them, and the information that they have and the guests that they have on. So she was on there, right, talking about life insurance, right? Like you know, uh, we need that, right? Life insurance. Now, this is me being funny but serious, but they love killing us. But every, you know what I'm saying? But every nigga had like 100,000 or 500,000 or $1 million life insurance policy. You know what I'm saying, on their head. Companies, you know what I'm saying, would be the insurance companies would be like, hey, you know more of that. You can't be killing these niggas. They're too precious. I'm not joking though, you know what I'm saying? It's funny, but I'm serious though, you know what I'm saying? $1 million, you know what I'm saying, for a healthy, and I know it'll be more, you know what I'm saying, than that, right? Then we had to get into those type of discussions, you know what I'm saying? But the first part is to do it, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you gotta jump through the window first. Worry about it if you dropped your gun or not. You know what I'm saying? Or even if it don't got no bullets, you jump through the window. You inside now. But the thing is, it's like having an insurance policy, right? That's worth all that money. And I'm saying, oh, for healthy people, healthy young people, right? It'd be like $30 a month. You know what I mean? It's something. It's like a few $100s a year. Because like with me, with my sick ass, what I'm saying, I only can get the $20,000 one at a time. But it's like what $10 times 12. You see what I'm saying? $210. You know what I mean? And so like the more money the policy is worth, the more your premium is. But like, uh, right, we are immortal, but we still supposed to leave money behind. That's the whole point. It's like, and then if you do it young, you can get some of the money back, and then invest for the next the next 40 years, you know what I mean? Like if we put 20 years in, and then you like 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 or however, right, 40 or 50, then you want to live to be 100, all right, take some money out, then start all over again. But the point is, right, if you run into a cop, I'm just saying, what I'm saying? How much money, like, right, we got all these, you got, all these families, you got about, right, 100 millionaires. This shit ain't funny. All right, I'm done joking with that. Um, but she made a good point on that, and she was saying that, she said another little quip, though, about, like, people, invest in going broke, but people are willing to go broke. Let me see. She say niggas are willing to go broke but not rich. It's like that means like invest now for later. I know. I don't understand. I guess I don't know. It's like the movie In Time. I love this movie In Time. With Justin Timberlake and the big-eyed white girl, whatever her name is. She cool too, but she from Mean Girls, the dumb blonde one. But anyway, like it's all about time, right? And like in the future, you know, the poor people only had 24 hours, basically enough time to go to work, eat, what I'm saying, and go back to work and stuff like that. Like most of their time was spent, on a 24-hour clock. And like to a certain degree, I think that's how we live, you know what I'm saying? Like, just always in a rush, you know what I'm saying? Like, why, why is they rushing us? It's a trick to it, you know what I mean? Not to get boggled down into that, but like, right. So solutions, right? The solution is life insurance, you know what I mean? And like churches should, right, right, offer the church a portion of your life insurance, you know what I mean? So tell them to pay your premiums. And then change for your donations, right? You pay half, like they pay half, you pay half. You know what I mean? Like you ain't got all, you don't got, you know what I mean? Like you give that money to the church, right? I'm sure, right? I'm sure. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Right? I'm sure a lot of people give more money to, the church people give more money to their damn church than they do their life insurance. But down south, I heard that they big on that. Like other people take out life insurance policies on people. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's like they like up here, like especially being on the island, which is Cleveland. You know what I mean? Um, distract. I mean, what like right, an island. You know what I'm saying? Away from the rest of the country. The rest of the country is down south from me. And it's like being like I always thought because we got the lake right here, so it's like being in a cave. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at the wall, looking at the lake, like that's the free world. You know what I mean? Or like that's the place. I don't know. It's like looking at water. Like, you got all that water out there. Like, wow. You know what I mean? But like, that's Canada, nigga. That's the end of that's the end of the line for us. Like, you supposed to be looking down the other way. You know what I mean? And like, Cleveland is like the white folks when they moved out. You know, like it's always different, I guess, in different places. But with them, but over here they went west. You know what I'm saying? Like they got they always take the shoreline. You know what I mean? So they got like Bay Village, Mineral on the Lake, Avon Lake, all of these other places. I remember like when I used to work for a house citizens action, like doing the door to door shit. Uh, they took us out there, you know, and you know, you walk through these complexes, where they were building these whole cul-de-sacs, full of houses. Like, and then you just have the model house on the corner, and then all the rest of them look the same. It's like, I mean, I've been in so many neighborhoods in Ohio, that they all like every fucking house on it. Excuse me. Every house on the street is the same, you know. And they got some interesting ones also. It's like, how we have like duplexes and things like here, side by sides or things like that. They have these houses where they are connected, but you have your driveway and your yard, but the other person has their driveway in your yard, but the motherfucker is just one house. It's like a lot of ranch, what I'm saying, ranch style houses and things like that, Very interesting, right? I mean, like, we have like it's many worlds. You know what I'm saying? We live right, and like this COVID-19 has made the multiverse collapse into one world, people, right? Because we all going through this, but people still living in their little bubbles, which that's what they supposed to do, I guess, But right, the new world is coming, if you like it or not. It's here now. Like, right, we just part of the transition. You know what I'm saying? You know, things change. All right, so I get it now. Right, ain't that my favorite word? But let me see, when everybody just want to have fun, right? You laugh at the funny people. So I never been funny, and when I tried, it didn't work out. I got that dark, dry humor. It's like Richard Pryor shit. It's like uh, type of stuff. I don't know, like too self conscious to be on, but I have made myself the center of attention. You know what I'm saying? I can hold an audience, I can hold attention. That I can hold the crowd. But it's something that like you will have to take on the road, or the shit don't work all the time, or it gets old. You know what I mean? Like it's like people. Let me see. Right. And then, like I said, like with that dry, it's the sarcastic, what I'm saying? It's that smart aleck shit. And so it's like people people are sensitive and emotional, you know what I mean? It's like, and I said like with sarcasm, being a smart guy or being around people, it's like I was raised around people that were very sarcastic. So, like, you either sink or swim, I mean? You gotta have a rebuttal, and it made for me to be a good salesman, later on, to be able to know product and to know, what you're talking about. And so like with people, since I'm like empath, I could read people, know like whatever. And a lot of shit, like I think, like with me, I used to go too deep, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I be, what I mean, I'm like damn near like a fortune teller or like past reader, whatever. Like I could tune into your ass and you know what I'm saying, be telling shit that like you you don't even know it's true, or oh, you forgot about it. I don't even know how it go. Like I have heard, like I know, right? This punk ass nigga that hate my guts. You know what I'm saying? But like he told me like he say I put things on people's mind. Like I put things on their mind that they never would have thought about. So that's for good or bad sometimes, I guess. But it's I know, right. Like I said, Richard Pryor type, you know what I mean? Red Fox, Archie Bunker, George Jefferson, you know what I mean? The asshole that's with a good heart type of shit. But like that shit don't work in real life. That shit only work on TV. But y'all know I was raised by TV. Hey, right? This is another thing. It's like a lot of people, like it's like, but it's people like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga, right? I'm telling y'all, I was supposed to have been a rapper. Like, I don't know what would have happened to me, but it's like I have many clones out there. But I can't call them clones. But like, I was just talking about Tip, right? Cause he's like, cause that's my name too. But he was like, what he say? Oh, he was talking about like he was the person that bullied the bully. You know what I mean? Like I'm not that. Like I'm the person that fought the bully. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I was thinking about it. It's like a lot of times, like a lot of what I'm saying, like you know I guess it's about gauging threats. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was only, what I'm saying? Like I only, after a while, I only got pumped up by the maximum threat. You know what I'm saying? Like all the other shit you let pass, but that little shit, piles up. Or a bunch of little motherfuckers can still whoop your ass. Take more than one, but like what I'm saying. But like I won't. I was gauging the most maximum threats, and most of the time, like there was like once you I guess you grow up and you cool for the most part. Like there are no more maximum threats unless you want to be the max. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to be the asshole now, and you the one that used to do with some of the things that might have been done to you. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people, go through that, in one way or another, you know. But these are things about growing up, people. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can grow up without growing old. Like y'all don't, what I'm saying? Like this is about the whole point about mental and physical exercise. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all motherfuckers want to hold on to looking good but not feeling good. I don't know, right? And having fun without laughing or whatever, right? Cause I ain't laughed for a long time. I ain't see shit funny, but like doing this damn show, I swear I ain't laughed so hard in years. You know what I'm saying? I know, cause when I laugh, I cry. That's always like right. People used to get people get mad at my laughing. Say, nigga, you laugh too much, right? See, I had to get serious. You know what I'm saying? Cause then they like, you know what, right? They like, right, I laugh too much. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, and then somebody get to messing with you, and you do something to them, like, why? I don't want to be serious. It's all jokes. And that's the black people problem, you know what I'm saying? It's like we play too much, you know what I'm saying? I think we so traumatized, right? I'm sorry. We play right, we so traumatized that we play too much. And I know this from Facebook and Instagram. So this is my analysis. This is what I see, you know what I mean? From the 800 and something people that, have befriended me and, I might know a quarter of them, or 100 or less of them for sure. But you seen, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people throughout the years. But my point is that, like these are the indicators because, like I have stepped back from it so much because it is so much, what I'm saying, it's so much emphasis. I don't know. It's like it don't make no sense. And like, and when we go through the stuff that we go through. But at the same time, right, this is how we deal with things, you know what I'm saying? So it has to be that way also. But right, and so it has to be people like me, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't play, you know what I'm saying? It had to be some damn serious people. And right, and so I'm gonna play this clip, right? Right. Let me play this clip. I'll be right back. Oh, right. Disclaimer, right? And so, like I said before, I got a couple of Farrakhan, what I'm saying, clips, that I played. The one with, no man is a man without a woman. You know what I'm saying? I love that one. And it's another one, whatever. But like I'm not a Nation of Islam fan like that. I do respect them. I mean, I am a fan. Let me apologize. Let me stop talking like that. I am a fan, like like, but because I'm a each to their own. You know what I mean? Like Farrakhan is like one of the first people that got me thinking like prideful. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Cannon, he started off with that. Like, right, I'm playing this clip first, then I'm gonna talk about Nick Cannon for the last time. I hope, but like Poe Baby, you know, but he was the first ones like going down to World Burger from Cleveland, Ohio, right? But World Burger, and listening to him, while you got your all beef, food, no pork, and you listen to him and it's like the shit make 100% sense, okay? White people, you know what I'm saying? You say white, I say white. You say black, I say black. You know what I'm saying? Right? And like this is the whole point about niggas always had a problem because like you know what I'm saying? Because there's a good portion of us, you know what I'm saying? They're not just don't live up to that that title. You know what I'm saying? And then they stole brown, you know. And then you can't take red because then you appropriating. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like but like making, you know what I'm saying, like after listening to, or actually having to read and having to pass tests on, what happened to you, or and how these people formulated this country, basically, not with you, or you weren't a participant, in this process, as they would say, and things like this. And then somebody come along and say, hey, all this should belong to you, and this and this and this and that, and you was here first, and la 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 la. He's like, for real, for real. And like he wasn't like first, okay, because I already been to the mosque and stuff like that. But he was more Malcolm X's, right? He was more Malcolm X like, and that's what I was on. Like that's what I mean. Like the first person, like since Malcolm X, so like it was closer, to he was closer. Like he was hot at the time, you know what I mean? Him and Jesse Jackson, right? Like he makes a good point about that also. You know, Jesse Jackson ran for president. Like that's not no small feat, you know what I mean? And he wasn't half as crazy as Kanye West, But like, the audacity. This is why I write Obama named his book the audacity of this nigga. Oh, oh. And we got number one coming around the corner. And he's coming from behind, right? And he wins it by a dick. But, all right. So, let me play this clip. But my point is about, like, the extremes, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they, like, like people, white people are losing their minds about, their extreme, you know what I'm saying, being, dismantled, like the worst of them, they want to uphold, or they don't want to get rid of. It's like, because it's not all bad. It's good people on both sides, or however it goes. But like, it's so hard. It's so hard to compare because I don't want to compare Farrakhan to the other extreme. I mean, it's like this is the whole point. It's like it's the other extreme. You know what I'm saying? But he's betting along. You know what I'm saying? He might be like he's betting along on our people. You know what I mean? Like y'all, like they wanna check us on our bet. Oh you could bet short, right? You could bet short all day. You know what I'm saying? But you can't bet long on us. They want to check that part, and like that's the shit that I be talking about, if that makes sense. But like, cause this is the same. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me play this clip. I'll be right back. It's about 5 minutes, so don't go nowhere. But this is Farrakhan, right? And they, like this was clickbait, right? Because it says why Nick Cannon in the title said why Nick Cannon shouldn't apologize and such. Farrakhan says why Nick Cannon shouldn't apologize, but this shit is like from the '80s. Okay, so he's talking to Jesse Jackson actually. You know what I mean? But it applies. See what I'm saying? So around the world, the same song. Be right back.
should apologize for? Please. I say, y'all haven't apologized for what you did to black people. I haven't done nothing to you all but tell the truth. And if that hurts you, you should never have existed. I don't have anything to apologize for. I told Jesse, don't do that. Don't do that, Jesse. You already apologized. You called him Jaime. Shouldn't have did that. Well, now you went to the Jewish synagogue and you apologized. That's it, man. If I apologize, you accept my apology, I go on. I ain't got to keep on apologizing every time I see you apologize. Jesse trying to get back in the good graces of the Jews, and the Jews keep their foot steady. They keep their foot steady in his backside. He go to Russia, instead of talking about us catching hell, he talking about some Soviet Jews. Show how humanitarian he is. Don't you know these white folk gonna give a damn what he says? They ain't gonna vote for him in 1988? Because he did say Jaime and Jaime Town. Have you repented of that? It's gonna be like Chappaquiddick for that Kennedy boy. Every time Kennedy think he about ready to run, he raised his head up there and say, Mary Ann Kopechne, Chappaquiddick. He said, uh-oh. Jack in the box, he goes back down, wait for another time. They're not going to ever let Jesse forget that. Never, never, never. The Jews are the most unforgiving white people you ever want to meet. They don't let nothing. If you ever offend them, keep on stepping. Because, hey, if you're looking for them to forget it and you repent, you're going to have to lay at their foot every day, let them walk over you, and come back in, and then do the and then they'll say, maybe if you keep this up, for 100 years I may think about forgiving you. I'll never have them for my friends. And who the hell cares? I don't need their friendship. I'm going to whoop their butt as long as I see them coming wrong. I'm going to down them every time with the truth. I'm not going back down. They'll have to kill me. Because they're wrong. And they know they're wrong, and you know they're wrong, but you too weak and cowardly when it comes to Jews. To stand up. And that's the last oppressor you got who's claiming to be your friend. Once you can move him to the side, you are free at last. The Jew got you. Got black people jam up talking about a black-Jewish relationship. You ain't got no relationship with no Jews. All you black folk in here, which one of you got relationship with Jews? You too far down on the totem pole to have a relationship with Jews, except you cleaning their house. Now that is a relationship of sorts. Harry, I want my windows cleaned. Sarah, did you dust the furniture, Sarah? You did a good job with the food today, Sarah. Thank you very much. I don't have the money today. I'm going to give you an old dress that my grandmother used to wear. Bring it home. You ain't got no relationship with them. It's the bourgeois Negroes that got a relationship with them. And they have a relationship with them so that they can keep your bourgeois middle-class Negroes hoodwinked so that the middle-class Negroes can sell you the lie that they are your best friend. How the hell can they be your best friend and you in this shape? You ain't got no friend. If you got a friend, what the hell is he doing for you? You can't be poor, ragged, and hungry and have a rich Jew for a friend and he's your friend? Talk back to me. You ain't got no friend. And that's your problem. That's why God had to come and be our friend and then make friends for us all the way around the world.
Alrighty then. Alright, this nigga got me thinking about some stuff. Right. My mother always said, right, I ain't got no white friends and stuff. And it made me think about, like me talking about, like the black man is the white man's best friend. Like we might be their friend, but they ain't our friend. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like even me, like still, you know what I'm saying? Like it's permeated in our thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we ain't got no friends. Like Farrakhan said, like black man, and we still grow up and we ain't got no fucking friends. Like white people have friends. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have friends like that. They fucking each other wives, the kids go to school together, just the American dream. Got a hooker on the side, they see, right? And don't talk about the senators and the congressmen, with 2 spots, house in the city, house in the country. This is their algorithm for making it, But anyway, right, and so Nick Cannon went out, right? So if y'all listen to my show, because you're supposed to, Bipolar in Cleveland, the best podcast, because I'm the realest, and I do it all by myself. But, I finished listening to it like I told y'all I would, because I only listened to the first 35 minutes. He was holding strong when I left him. But the shit was it was an hour and 20 minutes. I thought it was 2 hours, so I cut it off. But I see that 120, but it's just an hour and 20 minutes. But then, right, that's an hour. Okay, hour and 20 minutes. Okay, and then he did then he did another 20 minutes with him. You know what I mean? And it just got worse. You know what I mean? And so. Right, so by the time the show was over, he was just laughing and giggling. I had heard he had did this too. People, was already dragging him about, him kissing up, to the rabbi dude. And I watched it, and I see that he tried for a minute. He had his notes and everything. He was striking back. But that white boy, that white man ain't give a fuck about what he was talking about. All he wanted to do was make his PowerPoints, you know what I mean? Stuff that he been practicing saying for the last 35 years. Because, right, he didn't took on, he didn't took on everybody when they talk about Jews. These the type of advocates we need for black people. You know what I'm saying? This is the whole point. Every time we get that barking, you know what I'm saying? Somebody come along and talk about, no, hey, don't talk about us. Nigga, what the fuck? Right. If we can't talk about nobody, who the fuck? You know what I mean? Because this dude, right, because he get to go around and talk about and get censorships and get monies from companies that, that go against Jews, that are anti-Semitic, right? Whatever, right? Nigga light. Right, you could talk about the real niggas, but you can't talk about the nigga like niggas, right? Don't talk about Drake, right? You could talk about Pusha T. You could talk about Tory Lanez. oh my gosh. But this is the same dude that got, Professor Griff kicked out of Public Enemy or started the strife with all, you know what I'm saying, in Public Enemy. And and sued the company or threatened to sue, however, this he the same one. The interview that Nick Cannon had with that got him in trouble, and then they said he had this interview for a whole year. You know what I mean? I guess he just thought he was feeling himself, right? He wanted to be a theologian, you know what I'm saying? Gonna be a PhD, like I told you, he do that smart for his own good. I used to be a genius, so I know this type of thing. But it's dude got Professor Griff kicked out, and so it's like you just going back, and then, let me see. All right, and this is what I would. This is my thing, right? Because we hear all these people be on fours. We hear all this money they got. It's like, do they got money or do they got good credit? Because I just don't understand how everybody got to kiss ass. Like, Snoop Dogg, right? 50 Cent don't kiss no. 50 Cent, right? Well, it depends on, right, who your friends are. Because like he got them Dr. Dre and Eminem friends. You know what I mean? Snoop Dogg type of shit. You know what I mean? But he still had the, what I mean? All these apologies, all this evisceration of black men. You can't even stand on your balls and your words. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, wait, Scarface. I don't know what they did to us. It was Sosa. It was Sosa the whole time. Ah, just like me, right? Let me see, right? Because they fold, you know what I mean? And like us, us little people, okay? Us little people have no idea, you know what I mean? Because if I had any more than 10 listeners on 10 different platforms, you know what I'm saying? The shit that I would say would piss off a lot more people. So, all right, changing notes again. You know, right. Somebody else I know got shot. Did I say that already? I mean, like if somebody else I saw ever see all the time, right? Oh, now, okay, here we go though. This is the thing, right? And so, I I've been doing good. You know what I'm saying? In my quitting things. You know what I mean? I don't know what good is. Okay, however it goes, but like I wanted one thing. Okay, and I was like, but I'm banned from the store, right? So I can't go. So it take me a minute to get in my car to drive the 2 blocks down to the other store. Okay, you know what I mean? I'm getting better. You know what I mean? I ain't sending nobody in there to go get shit for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, right? So anyway, you know by the time I get in, however, like about to go, okay, because I would have went, you know what I'm saying, if I didn't have to drive, is my point. And so it'd be the whole thing, okay, I was on the block, 10 minutes before the shit happened, so that could have been me if I would just walk down the street. That's my story, all right? But anyway, because somebody just got shot at the damn gas station, you know what I mean? Like, and when I was pulling out, seeing the ambulance over there and everything, and then then come find out when I come back it's somebody that I see all the time. You know what I mean? Like, and actually, right, just had a conversation with him about being a Muslim. Interestingly enough, just the other day, you know, because people want to talk while Richard Clemens is talking. You know what I mean? And then, so he always wearing a kufi, so I had to bring up the kufi, and then, we got talking about, he's like, okay, right. Then they gotta shut up, and then I get to talk again. But somebody always interrupted me, you know what I mean? And especially, it's like, especially if I'm talking to women, you know what I'm saying? Even if I know the girl, they be like, hey, you ain't gotta talk like that. You talking a little aggressive. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. I talk like that. Ain't you seen my movie? I talk like that to you. But, I hope that he's okay. I hope that he make it, things of that sort. So 150,000 people are about dead. 146, okay, are dead in our good United States of America, built by black people. Railroads by the Chinese, the bars by the Irish. I'm just playing. All right. But okay, right. I guess we do have to make jokes, right? I make jokes all the time on serious stuff. Like I don't know how to do it, so I apologize, Facebook and Instagram people. We gotta get through this shit, right? All together. Like I said, somebody gotta be serious, you know what I mean? I told y'all everything I say, you gotta take for a joke anyway, cause we made it all up. You don't like the story, make your own, right? I don't like y'all story, so I'm making my own damn story. That's how that goes. My name Richard Clemens. So right now, police in fucking Oregon, you know what I'm saying? They out there, playing paintball with tear gas and shit. Like he just see them and shit. They just like just popping off with tear gas. You know what I'm saying? Like the reporters like, I got hit. My cameraman got hit. Like they just don't believe these things could be done by, by the good people in blue. You know. Man, it's right. Welcome to my world. But they working. Let me see. They working on another $1 trillion stimulus package. You know what I'm saying? So once again, fuck your reparations. Could have been got that shit, huh, y'all? So you know what it is. So stop asking, okay? You know, like go in the store. You know what I'm saying? Right? Just cause, right? My daddy Bob Barker. I love Prices Right. Like every time you go in the store, you gotta ask for something. Stop asking for shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't none in the store belong to you just cause your daddy used to work here. So, $1,200 more, right, for the unemployed people. Uh, right now, people are taking advantage. Some of my people are taking advantage of this time. You know, uh, and let me see, right? But investment people, okay, make the money. Make the money a springboard. Everything you didn't have before. You know, you were still making it. So if you get a few dollars, if you get some free money or or bonus money, right? You know what I'm saying? Because no such thing as free money. You know what I mean? But it's if you didn't have it before, then it's I know, right? Everybody got their own ways to invest. You know what I mean? But like we are the original stock market. Like they built the shit off of our backs, so we are supposed to be the most uh studious of the system. You know what I'm saying? That was built for us. Like the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Or built from us. You know what I mean? We gave birth to the system. You know what I mean? So we are the ones that's supposed to know the system. And like, and once you do know it, it's like you would know it like the back of your hand better than most. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm sure that things become intuitive, you gravitate, you know what I'm saying? Like have a predilection for it. What they say, a predilection for it. Predilection, I don't know how to say it. Fuck it. But anyway, it's like you get the money and invest, in your property, in your stock market, and that's not I guess that sounds like right for women. It sounds like yourself. I'm buying something for myself, but like right. Oh, it's like let me see. Right. So it's like free parking, right? And monopoly. You know what I mean? You get the money, and you invest in your property. Oh, that's what that part mean. Right. There's no wasting money in monopoly. Chess is folly. You know what I'm saying? That's a thought process. That shit is nothing. Monopoly is business, negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Right. Um, right. Negro go to the nation. I love messing with English words. But, fuck risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, risk is war. You know what I mean? Because, it's monopoly is negotiations business, right? And so you have to um do business with people, so you have to treat them fairly. You know what I mean? If somebody has a property that you need, and then a lot of people do wait until they owe some money or land on the property and they don't have it. You know what I mean? It's all very interesting. I love Monopoly, especially playing with family. You get to whoop their ass without whooping their ass. But uh but I'm saying, it's negotiation, and it's that's it. I keep saying that word. That's all it's about. But it's you you can get along. You can do, you do business people, and you can do fair business with people also. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could do business how you want to, but the best way to do it is fair. You know. I'm almost done here. My shoulder's starting to hurt. So I said risk, right? Risk is the real. You know what I'm saying, take over the world, Pinky. There can be only one. If you're on that. I ain't on that. I moved on. The old me is dead and gone, dead and gone. Right? I'm here to help. I'm here to help, do no harm. Here to help and do no harm. So till next time, people, I am out. Play a clip. Right. Right. Baseball got shut down again for, postponed. Right. People keep catching COVID. Right? They want to call it a disease. Like what? Like there's a big disease between the difference between disease and viruses. People, right? It's like, right, and this is only one, but AIDS and HIV was two different things, but you know what I'm saying? They used to call it the same thing too, right? And that's a virus too. So I don't know, but so do it turn into a disease? I don't know. So Florida moved up to second, with the most cases of COVID after Cali, um, and this is, was all of no help from our president, but he did cancel his RNC thing, I think. So that's good. And all them nuns died at once, one spot, like 13, 14 of them. That was very interesting. Uh, and all the white folks in the nursing homes, right, being abandoned by their children, which is messed up, and they dying alone, and they all got life insurance. I'm just saying. Until next time, peace. Uh, did I play the clip? Did I ever play that clip? Oh yeah, I played it. All right, no other clip. Peace. Until next time. This has been Richard Clemens on the Bipolar in Cleveland show. Bipolar in Cleveland podcast. My name is Richard Clemens. I am your host. On the TNC Network, which is a nonprofit organization. Right, making moves, right? I'm trying to get some COVID money too, because they giving out money. All these people getting money, don't use it for nothing. Let's see if I do. See what I do and I get some money, huh, y'all? All right. If you like what I said, send me $1. If you didn't like what I said, send me $2. For now, it is still TNC Preach Cash App. I wonder, right, somebody should send me a note and ever tell me that if y'all ever send me some money. I doubt it. Because I always, right, every time I spend money on that motherfucker, it tell me. So they don't say any money coming in, only when it's going out. Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Alaska. Shout out to Vietnam. Shout out to Iran, Iraq, China, Vietnam. Did I say that already? Because I got some new different people. Australia. Shout out to all the pretty girls in India. Shout out to Atik. Shout out to all the people that send me clips. Until next time, peace. As one, we are GP. Yes, sir.